correct? But some people believe that it's not good to work 7/7. Okay, but it's an opinion. Something which is subjective, sometimes based on prejudice and wishful thinking. Okay, it's an opinion. When I believe something, it's based on my judgment. Okay, and my judgment. It doesn't have to be true, but I believe. Okay, thorough examination of the facts. After looking at the facts, I come to a conclusion. Okay, I come to a conclusion. That is my opinion. But based on the facts put in front of me, I have an opinion. Okay, I interviewed 5 people on the streets about One Malaysia. I asked each one 7 questions. And after asking 7 questions, for each one, I've got 35. 7 times 5 is 35 responses on all the questions. And after looking at all the responses, I believe that, that's my opinion. Okay, I believe that people are now trying to follow the concept of One Malaysia based on the following factors. So 1, 2, 3, what do? They now believe that people should go to school together. The government is talking about sekolah. What sekolah? Or you don't watch TV? Okay, they are talking about sekolah. Sorry? No. It's a one school concept. Wawasan is already there a few years ago. Okay, so they are talking about a school whereby there will be no more wawasan, there will be no more sekolah Tamil, sekolah Cina, sekolah kebahasaan. It will be one school for all. Everything is one for all. Okay, so this is my opinion. Okay, now formed based on years of study and research. The H1N1 is a virus from last year. And now studies are being conducted and people are coming up with antidotes, people are coming up with vaccinations. They're looking at it on a study basis. Later they will come up with the opinion that this is actually from, where do they think this viruses comes from. Okay, so it's based on studies. Examples of statements use my opinion. Okay, when people say my opinion, okay, that's your opinion. It might not be true. And you can agree, you can also disagree because it's my opinion. I think, these are examples of opinion, yeah? So when I say I think, in my opinion, you have the right to agree, you also have the right to disagree, okay? Now, listening for meaning from intonation. Intonation is the sound. It is the sound, okay? It refers to the use of melody. Melody here doesn't refer to music, but it refers to the voice intonation that we use in our presentation. The rise and the fall of voice when speaking, okay? When speaking, that is the intonation. It's the musical sound of a language. How people speak. Some people speak monotonously. Ada dia bunyi dia satu. One. Today we are going to study topic 3, topic 4. We are going to look at page 40, page 41, 42. It's a one tone voice. So in speaking, we must have the rise and the fall of voice. These are called intonation. And this will give the impact on listening. Okay? Sometimes called musical sound of a language. It expresses dramatical meaning. It expresses emotions. What is emotions? Emotions that has got to do with feelings. Why do we say feelings? Feelings is something that it comes from the heart. It comes from the mind. Okay? So, it expresses attitudes and reactions. When you are angry, when you use angry words, your expression should be angry. We don't laugh when we are angry. What do you do when you are angry? You have this angry face, as if you're going to eat someone. Now, that is what we call anger. Okay, so the attitudes and the reaction comes in the rise and fall of the tone of our language. Okay, that's why sometimes when people who are angry, the voice becomes louder. If they are not angry, they are very soft-spoken people. Why? That is how it is being expressed in terms of intonation of our language. Okay? Message comprehensible. When people use intonation, you can understand the meanings because of the words, because of how it is presented. Okay? It is very important that, when I say it's very important, meaning it is very, very important. Okay? If I say, you must hand in your assignment in tutorial 4, you must send in. You can send in, you can also ask for extension. But I say, it is very important that you submit in tutorial 4, end of discussion. No more negotiation. Tutorial 4, submit. Okay? If I say you must submit your tutorial in tutorial 4, your assignment, sounds like there is still room for negotiation. Somebody can say, sir, can we go tutorial 5? So, when you present your messages to your listeners, you must make sure they understand the message. Okay? These are just explanations of what we call intonation. One is falling. Keyword signaled by slightly higher level of pitch. You know what's pitch? In singing, we also have pitch, the high pitch, the low pitch. Okay? Everyone has got pitch in our speaking. When you are excited, you have a different speech pitch. Okay? When you are sad, you have a low, sad pitch. When you are sad, you sound very, very gloomy. So this is what we call the pitch. Yeah? And our tone is actually, most of the time in speaking, used to attract attention. Okay? Attract attention of our listeners. This is why we have this kind of tones. Of course, we are unable to duplicate how the first language users themselves uses this in their own intonation style. Okay, if you listen to the first speakers themselves, the English people themselves, they have a very beautiful way of using words, and they have very beautiful intonation. And each word used in different times gives you different meanings because of the intonation. Yeah, and a question sounds like a question, but ours sometimes a question doesn't sound like a question because of the intonation. A question should end on a higher note ending. Have you taken breakfast? That is how it should end. It's a question. So if people listen, they know, oh, he's asking a question, we should answer yes or no. Okay? If you ask a question on a flat tone, people will say it's a statement, and they might not think it's a question. So the way we deliver our statements will give the listeners time to think whether they should respond or not to respond. Another one is falling intonation. Okay, this is another type. We have type 1, type 2, type 3. These are all question forms. Okay, please refer to your modules. We have them in your module. We have rising intonation. I have explained earlier. Okay, accompany statements expressing doubt, yes, no questions. Okay, doubts meaning you need some clarification. Okay, where your statements will also end on a rising intonation, like asking the questions earlier. Okay, used in polite requests and in information-seeking questions. Can I use your ruler? Can I use your ruler? Have you got the time? Have you got the time? It goes up, meaning you are expecting some responses in the terms yes or no. And people who listen also know that you are asking them something. Okay? You are asking for something.